This is our version of a ballroom. We didn't have to tear anything down to build it unless you count my own dignity. I'm Ken Napzok. This is the Blathering Live, episode 228 in an ongoing series. Me versus this microphone, but hanging out with all of you. We're going to turn off our brains a little bit tonight, but you never know where the conversation will go. I want your questions. I want your calls. And a lot of you probably tuning in right now. I appreciate the Saturday night crew. You're all regulars. You're all regulars. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me on a Saturday evening. I am not doing buzzballs tonight. Hey, Anka's here, Anka Van Dorn. Old GPA'er. I was just chatting with Eric this week, Anka, for his birthday. Woo, David. All right, so I'm not doing buzzballs, but not a sponsor. We got Pineapple Bay Breeze, the last one. Jarman Walsh is here. Addie says, what I'm hearing is that Ken appreciates we have no life. Yes. If you all had robust social lives, I wouldn't have a career. I think we can all acknowledge that's a fact, including me. If I had a robust social life, maybe I wouldn't want a career. I don't know. Tully's here. Says, I'm here, but feeling very irregular. Inside or outside, Tully, or all of the above. I've had a good week, but I've been irregular emotionally at times this week. I did accidentally trim the beard tonight for those keeping track of the depression beard. It's still a depression beard, but I have a show tonight. I have this show, but I have a comedy show tonight. And I was like, let me try to trim it down. It's looking unhoused. It's looking desperate. And then I messed up this little corner here. See a little corner? Yeah, you did that, so you got to take it down a bit. So Tully, how is your beard? That's what I'm asking. How depression? Addie says, I just want to accidentally trim a beard. That's the reason. That's the way. You're trying to maybe trim it down and not doing it. I wasn't doing a full. I was doing the ends. The ends are the problem. Even though you condition this, and it just kind of smooth things out. I don't have any beard paste right now. And I was just, it was right here. And then I just took the angle wrong, and you hear it. And you're like, God bless it. We got to go in on the whole thing today. But it's still depression filled. I don't know if Laser Bolt is here. Tonight's candy, and we're returning to what we had a couple weeks ago. I got this giant, look, it says on it, the light's so bright. The light's so bright. Large bars, Kinder chocolate. There we go. Yeah, you can hear it, Kingsport Cal. So call into the show. We'll have some fun. Anka says it's good to be here. Glad to have Anka here. This is double wrapped. Giggity. Oh, look at this. I didn't know this was the case here. Where is Laser Bolt? And is Brady okay? Can someone check on Brady? Maybe we'll get a call from Brady. A little ASMR for you. Laser Bolt says, oh, those aren't as good as Bueno. All right, well, then we're going to try it. Little Kinder chocolate. Yeah, it's not probably correct, but you know A Miracle on 34th Street, like the original, like the 1934 version? I was in the 8th grade Judkins Middle School production. I was Fred Gailey. Yeah, that's right. My first kiss happened on stage in front of all of my junior high. But there's the Santa Claus and the girls sing the little song, like, you know that song? That's what I was singing today after I got these. I'm completely being inappropriate with that fake language version of whatever they're doing. You know them. You all know the moment. Don't act like you don't. All right, I'm gonna dive right in, and then we're gonna take a call. 898 for says OU Theater Kid. Brady, you better call in tonight before the first pitch. You need to face the heat. That was a shellacking last night. That was historic. All right, so Laserbolt says these aren't as. Whoa, choking on my own hubris. Laserbolt says these aren't as good as Kinder Bueno. Let's find out. Okay. I see what you're saying. Dear God, that's not coconut, is it? Nothing ruins fun like coconut. You're right, Laserbolt. I should never doubt force meats, man. Okay. Let's take a call. Dr. Addie, our resident professor of smart things, is here. It's Silly Saturdays. She enjoys getting silly on Saturdays. How you doing, Dr. Addie?
I also have candy tonight, Ken.
What are you eating?
I got the Reese's Oreos.
Okay. I need a full report. Start now.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know what I was expecting, but it really just tastes like a crunchy Reese's.
Okay, so it's not too much of a good thing?
I don't think so.
What made you want to try that tonight?
You had them a couple weeks ago.
Wait, I had those? I had those?
Uh-huh.
Where did I have those? The Reese's Oreos? Oh, yeah, I did have those. You know what I was thinking of? I was in Target when I picked up these. Leiserwald's second favorite candy. And there was like Oreos that were like covered in marshmallows or something holiday kind of Oreos. And I was like, oh, we're going to get those. And I was like, I can't do that. That's a bridge too far, but I'll get those next week.
This is the confusing thing. I don't know. I don't know who suddenly owns whom, but they have the Reese's Oreo, but they also have Oreo Reese's. I have
Reese's
Oreos in my pantry right now that have Reese's peanut butter in the middle of them.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you have Oreos in your pants like you were Napoleon Dynamite with tater tots, and my respect level was going to triple, which is already hard because it's high. Oh, okay. I respect your Oreo game. It's part of the crossover, says Eli. All right. So your report is it's passable.
Yeah, I mean, it mostly just tastes like chocolate and peanut butter. I was a little skeptical because I'm not a white chocolate person.
Okay, I agree with you. Why is your reason?
It's just a little too sweet.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
Almost like, I don't know, chemically tasting. Like it doesn't taste natural.
I agree. And I don't like dark chocolate, the natural chocolate. There's a reason we have the bad stuff. Not a fan of dark chocolate, but white chocolate is too far.
Even though the outside of this package says it is not white chocolate, it's white cream.
Ooh. I do like white cream.
It certainly looks like white chocolate to me.
All right.
Anyway.
We got our candy, got our cookies. What's on your mind tonight, Silly Saturday?
I got a Silly Saturday question for you, appropriately Lord of the Rings themed, since yesterday was a Lord of the Rings holiday.
What was the holiday?
It was 10 o'clock in the morning on October the 24th, if you'd like to know.
Was that when it all began?
That was when he wakes up in Rivendell after being stabbed by the Nazgul.
As you do.
And saved by Arwen or whoever the elfin is in the book, because it's not Arwen.
Yeah, she's movie only, right? Or mostly developed in the movie, right?
Mostly developed in the movie.
Yeah.
I've read those books once. It's fine. They're fine.
They're fine. And you all know I love the Lord of the Rings movies, and have come around on the Hobbits enough that I enjoy them. I don't know anything. As much as I know Star Wars trivia, Lord of the Rings, I'm like elf guy. Like half the time I don't remember it's Legolas. And that's how I enjoy those films, probably because of that. Even more.
Oh, so you're Frodo. I've been a proponent of this theory since before the internet was a thing, but I don't think Frodo knows Legolas's name.
Really? So, okay. Just at no point does he say it, meet him? He meets him.
At no point in the movie does he say it, and then there is that scene in The Return of the King where everyone walks in and he greets each and every one of them by name except for Legolas.
I love that idea. Hey, sport! It's you! Hey, it's my guy! Oh, I love that.
I've definitely played that game with students before.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's you!
That's probably what I did when I met producer Steve. What's up? Yeah. What's up? Like, that's probably what Steve and I's first interaction was. So what's the question?
Okay. Would you rather battle 100 Gollum-sized Gandalfs or one Gandalf-sized Gollum?
100 Gollum-sized... Wait, say it again.
100 Gollum-sized Gandalfs or one Gandalf-sized Gollum. Keeping in mind, because it's hard to keep this perspective, hobbits are only about 3 feet tall. Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I still might take my chances with one. I think I might go for the Gandalf-sized golem.
Okay.
I still think you can distract them, maybe bite some ankles, bite some toes. I think you can I think you can throw some dirt in his eyes. I'd rather take chances with one at this point, especially if I'm Hobbit-sized, as Dave Mackay points out. We are all Gandalf-sized, but you can only drop kick so many golems.
Plus, do the 100 golem-sized Gandalfs all have Gandalf's wizard powers? Because that doesn't feel like a fair fight.
I'd rather go against a non-magic user. You could even Radagast the Brown would scare me. You know?
Yeah. No matter how tall he is.
This was the greatest candy I've ever had. I really enjoyed this candy, but it's not as good. Laser will try. All right, what would you choose?
I think I would also take my chances with one golem. I know it would be a Mike Tyson style fight where he would be attempting to bite all sorts of appendages off of me.
Oh yeah, good reference. But I feel, man, I'm choking on my chocolate.
But I do worry about
this is how I die.
Well, we'll all be here to witness it. And there will be plenty of footage for the true crime documentary. I think 100 tiny wizards is not a fair fight.
No. Especially they could use some magic to kind of form up into one giant-sized wizard.
Can they still control the giant eagles? Because that's definitely not a fair fight.
Yeah. I'm taking my chances with one. I think it's a great question, though. Man,
you can thank Instagram for it.
Well, thank God Instagram's good for something.
Yeah, somebody actually asked Elijah Wood and Sean Astin that question, and it popped up on my feed. I was like, I'm gonna ask Ken.
I love it. I love that. A lot of people now concerned for my health that I've had these Kinder chocolates. Kingsport Cow says I better go for a walk. Anka says she agrees with that. I already went for my walk and did my workout today, so I'm screwed. And I'm going to a comedy show where I'm probably gonna have sliders.
Are we concerned for Ken's health because he's choking or because he's eating candy? Because you should never be concerned for someone who's choking if they can still talk. They're not actually choking. Yeah,
trust me, I've said that during arrests before. I don't know if I'm the nicest person for doing that, but yes, you are absolutely right. I'm not choking. Yeah. So good. That was a good dinner. But don't worry, Kingsport Cal. I'm gonna be all right. Before I let you go, Dr. Addy, as a Tampa Bay Ray fan, do you have a dog in the World Series fight, and how fun was it to watch the Dodgers get spanked in an inning?
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
So I have no comment.
That's fine. You went and saw a movie, right?
I did go see a movie, and then I wound up having dinner with a friend of mine who was in from out of town who I haven't seen in a year. So you got a robust social life, and you watched the show. I was at the Olive Garden.
Oh wow! Okay. The last time I was in Olive Garden was in Little Rock, Arkansas. Mark Ellis and I were like, "Let's go brave the 110-degree heat and the 130-degree humidity, whatever the hell it was." I'm good to go about once every 5 years, and then I'm good for a bit. But please walk me through your order. Salad and the breadsticks are the only reason to go, but there's other things there.
Correct. We started with salad and breadsticks. I am a picky eater. I will own that. So I had my salad with ranch dressing, not Italian dressing.
That's okay. I like that.
So we started with salad and breadsticks. I had fettuccine Alfredo, half of which is still in my fridge to be eaten later.
Smart.
She had shrimp.
Love it.
Something.
Like a shrimp scampi?
Shrimp scampi, that's what it was.
Okay. I enjoy it. Good. Yep.
Never had it. Allergic to shrimp. Can't eat it.
That's all right. That sucks. It's a fun one.
Yeah, no, it was good. And then today I went and saw a musical and ate at the Pretzel Pub. It's been a good round of food here recently.
Look, let me tell you something. I know you had a bit of a down week. You talked about it on the show Thursday, but you ended your week strong with a robust social life, robust activity schedule. And then tomorrow, if you sit and rest, you deserve that too. You've won the weekend.
And tomorrow I'm having a Lord of the Rings movie marathon.
Then, my God, you're winning.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the win? Are you going to acknowledge the win?
Probably not. That's not who I am as a person.
I get it. We'll help you. Okay, get into that Discord accountability section. We'll help you.
I did. So I went and saw my musical. My musical was a tight 90 minutes long.
Okay.
And I came home and I went for a walk before I had my takeout dinner.
See, you're doing good. You're doing good. See, Kingsport House, she's doing good. Don't jump on the candy thing. Just me. All right. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate the question and hanging out here on Silly Saturdays.
Of course, Ken. I'm always here for a bit of silly fun. It makes the week better.
I love that. Appreciate you all letting me get a little silly here. We got a great question coming in. Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Laserbolt videos. You all should subscribe to Laserbolt as well. Never been to Olive Garden. And then Brady says me neither. Some might say neither. That's not like a deal breaker for me. But Laserbolt, I think you should go to an Olive Garden once in your life. It's kitschy. It's not great. But the salad and the breadsticks, divine. Really, you could stop there. I used to love going more regularly, and then they did the thing where they put the calories on the menu, and I stopped going because it was just too much. We're going to get Brady on the call here, talk about the World Series. Ethan's ready to call in as well. But we got a question from Malcolm. Thank you for the generous super chat, Malcolm. Super chat? Super chat's a superhero for the suburbs. Super chat. Hey, Kat, hope you're all right. I might have asked this before, but as a radio DJ in the 90s, what are your feelings on the swing revival? Were you on board for it then, and are we due for another one now? Great question. I don't recall ever getting that question. It's fascinating because I appreciate the music, and I appreciated it then, but I didn't love it. Absolutely didn't love it. I was, an Oasis fan. I was a Brit rock guy, a little more classic rock, Beatles, all that stuff. The swing stuff, I had trouble connecting to it emotionally. There's not a lot of, and again, I'm not an expert on this, but there's not a lot of sad swing songs. The Brian Setzer Orchestra is not really doing a bunch of breakup songs. I'm not saying they don't have them lyrically, but even if it's a really sad song lyrically, which is what I prefer, the music is going to pump you up. You're going to get dancing. So I didn't love it. However, because of the swing movement also coincided with the movie Swingers, which was also a byproduct of the swing movement. I love the movie Swingers. It probably makes me a cliche Gen X 90s film nerd. I get it. But I love Swingers. I watch it about once a year, maybe twice a year. I just love it. As I've said before, I used to run a comedy show in a place that's now a bank, but back then it was the Brown Derby, and that's the final scene where Favreau and Heather Graham dance. I used to run a comedy show there, so it's like I loved just seeing it back in the day and then seeing it now, and then I just love L.A. Even though it's 30 years old now, it really still captures the vibe of trying to make it in L.A., the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I love that film. So I appreciate the swing in that movie. So I was between two worlds. Didn't love the music, didn't own a lot of swing, but man, I really wish I could learn how to swing dance so I could dance with Heather Graham. Still possible. James says, don't know Swingers. What's it about? Oh, man, it's about being money. It's about being money. It is Jon Favreau's a script he wrote. Ron Livingston, Vince Vaughn. Buddies, all buddies, directed by Doug Liman. Came out in, 96? And it is just about dudes, mostly white dudes. There's it's not 100% across the board, but mostly. Dudes carousing and trying to chase and hack out their dreams in the wilderness that is Los Angeles in the mid-90s. It is, a lot of it is in Los Feliz and Silver Lake. It introduced the world to Marty and Elaine at the club there. It's I don't know. It's also slice of life. And I've said this a lot. If you watch Mandalorian, The Mandalorian is influenced to me by two things. And that is the animated Boba Fett sequence in the holiday special. If you watch that, It's like an episode of Mandalorian. The pacing, the weird creatures, the pulse rifle. It's like they were like, let's do that in live action. And then, because a lot of the scripts, especially maybe early on from Favreau, it's got his slice of life. And The Mandalorian has that, where a lot of scenes just kind of are. A lot of scenes almost end awkwardly. It's all about the dialogue. If you watch Swingers, even though Lyman directed it, and Favreau directed Made, I think after that, you see Favreau style as a writer show up. So there you go. Old handsaw. Chris Kiefer says, you're some money and you don't even know it. How about this? Ethan knows some swing moves. Old handsaw says to finish the... oh, wait, that's Addy. How did that question pop up? Thank you for the super chat. Go AL East, go Jays. Old handsaw says, I just moved to North Carolina with squirrel nut zippers from Chapel Hill. Hit it big for 15 minutes. Yes, their song about the afterlife. I've played the squirrel nut zippers on Pop Rockin' Radio. Yeah, I could see old handsaw. Handsaw, I can see you. You know, I know you're an 80s rocker. Not like a big hair rocker, but like a college alt rocker. I can see you sliding into some in a zoot suit in like 95. Just to try it out. Made us a solid movie too, says Chris Kiefer. I own it on digital video disc. Let's take a call from Brady. Brady, home run, grand slam, home run. How you doing?
How silly is the game of baseball?
Baseball, Ray. It's the silliest game I know. Yeah. Look, it's only game one. I'm teasing you. The Yankees got their asses handed to them by the Blue Jays. So I'm commiserating. Walk me through your pain.
It's the Blue Jays. Damn, that's a good offense, man.
Look. You know, I still think the Dodgers have this, but I got to tell you, I'll say this right now. I'm honestly not trying to make you feel bad, Brady. I've watched baseball a long time, and baseball to me is such a spiritual game. And there's sometimes where my intuition is just hooked in to the game, and I'll see one pitch, and I'll be like, the Yankees are going to lose the whole series. I had some weird vibes during that inning. That's all I'm going to say for the Dodgers. I'm not a soothsayer, I'm not a witch. I'm not predicting anything, Brady. You got to get that win tonight.
I might be calling some witches if we go down 0-2. Oh man, yeah, I'm with you, man. Just like people talking about the Dodgers being inevitable. 2 years ago, we were first round exits. In the year before.
Yes. Well, yeah. Baseball. They're going to have to make baseball history at this point. The Dodgers will make baseball history if they win the series, not because they've won a second game or they came back down 1-0 or whatever they end up might be. It's the sweep thing. Those stats they were showing last night of the team that has swept the LCS and then faced the other team in the World Series, most of them going to Game 7, are 0-5 or 0-4? They've always lost. The Dodgers are up against history, Brady.
What is up with that? You know, the Dodgers are underdogs. We're a wild card team. We're the underdog Dodgers, right?
Okay, so you play. I like this. You're going with we're going to be the underdogs.
Yeah, you got Jays fans saying, we don't need you, Ohtani. Okay. We're the underdogs. Right.
Yeah, I actually, as nice as Canadians are, and they are, I really appreciated the we don't need you cheers. It just seemed playfully vindictive.
Oh, yeah. Those Jays fans, man. Oh, wow.
They'd take him in a second. I remember when Shohei was touring Toronto, that was kind of a weird thought for me. I was like, I don't know about that. But look at this team. That they probably were like, hey, here's the nucleus that will be around you. Imagine if he was on that team. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. They're also a big market team. Vladdy, he's a $500 million player.
They got some money. Yeah, because of Don Mattingly, I'm kind of rooting for the Blue Jays, but I'm just rooting for some good baseball. I'm going to watch the game tonight while I'm getting ready for my comedy show. All right. So just can you walk me through that inning when it started? When did you feel this is going off the rails?
Oh, I knew it was over. I posted in the Discord that this game was over when they loaded the bases and they went to Emmett Sheehan. Emmett he's younger than me. He's I think he's on his rookie year or his second year.
Get used to that, man.
Yeah, and a loaded bases loaded jam. You're a rookie. He's supposed to be a starter too. Like,
Yeah.
There's no getting away. And then he walked in, the guy, and I was like, oh, yeah, game's over. Yoshinobu.
Yeah, I mean, look, it just had that magic to it. It was one hell of an inning. But look, it's just one inning, Brady. It's just one game. All right.
That's my coping mechanism.
What is your prediction for tonight's game?
I'm not putting anything out into ether. I want everyone to say we're getting swept.
Yep.
You know,
You're leaning
I don't
in.
want any of the jinx. I don't want any jinxes except the reverse.
I got it. I respect it. I respect it. Don't say nothing. Don't call us favored. We're done. We suck. We're gonna get swept, and then everything else will be a victory.
Hey, our odds for winning the whole thing went from 68% to 48%.
Really?
So we're the underdogs now, you know?
It's weird. Like this week in our fantasy football league, I had to make some moves because I had a ton of injuries. Both my quarterbacks are out. My star wide receiver's out, so I had to pick up some backups, and my percentage to win went up and over Jared the Tide Pilot. I don't know what to do with myself, Brady. I like being the underdog.
Wow. You know what I did when I faced Jared? I benched everyone until Sunday. So I was technically unfavored until the matches started.
Wait a minute.
And it worked.
Wait a minute. That's kind of chicanery. It's kind of some chicanery, right? It's like you're hiding your player formation, so the defense doesn't know who to put out on the field.
Yeah. Jared got kind of mad at me, and I don't blame him, you know.
I didn't know this controversy happened. Yeah, that's some chicanery. Look, it's devious. I like it. I respect it, Brady. Game recognizes game. Yeah. Okay. Well, look at you. Okay. Thank you, Brady. I appreciate it. Good luck tonight. Okay.
Yeah. Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. Some super chats to catch up on. You guys are wonderful. James Holmes sent one in. Frodo, waking up after everyone got stored. We've got the Addy one. Go AL East. Go Jays. Baldur's Gate. Did you make it to No Kings? I was there for 5 hours. I did. I walked down to a local No Kings a rally with Christian Ruvalcaba. It was last Saturday, right? Yeah. And good time. We were there for about 2 hours. The event was only set for about 2.5 hours. And it was double the size of the one that was there in June. It was, of course, peaceful. There was one person that showed up, and I don't want to give them credit, but at the same time, I do want to acknowledge that, all right, there's some weird courage to show up by yourself and square off with like 2,000 people. They showed up. They had a mask on, like a little outlaw mask, so they wouldn't show their face, and they just started to antagonize, and the crowd started to chant, like, take your mask off and just go away. And then the protest safety advisors kind of gathered around him and just said, everyone no violence. And he eventually just turned around and walked away and crossed the street and went on down the road. So that was the only kind of incident. Other than that, people of all ages, demographics, a lot of great signs, a lot of great costumes. We talked some of the details last week, but it was a lot of fun. And then, fun in the way of like, we shouldn't even have to be out here, but the vibe is fun. The vibe is comforting. The vibe is, hey, this doesn't solve anything, but it is the tip of an iceberg of a grassroots movement if we want it, or we're not alone. Or as Steve said last week, it is a bridge to a conversation about things. And so I'll take that as a win. It is just one day and one thing, but it was good. So thank you for the question, Baldur's Skate. Chris Kiefer says, I like seeing the bullseye complete. Yes. What bullseye? I like bullseyes too. I want to get on. Tully's saying, go Canada, a home and native land, true patriots love in all our hearts demand. I think that's all I know. Oh, the goal target. Oh, thank you. You guys are on it. Thank you, Chris Kiefer. I got to see Chris. I appreciate that. I got some books and comics for Chris to go take to his library. Let's take a call. Sal Monbeco says, go Blue Jays. Why do I know that much? Because I watch a lot of baseball. Let's take a call from Ethan. Ethan Osvetnik 1138. You're on the show. How are you doing, my music-loving friend?
Please remove your card. I am good. I'm checking out from a Home Depot right now. Should I have them email my receipt as well as print it, or just print it?
Just print it. Just print it. Stick your gum in it. That's all I do.
Yeah, they don't need my email.
Yeah, they don't need that. They're just gathering information.
Thank you.
Wow, Ethan, what have you got at the Home
Very
Depot?
nice.
I love this. I love this.
I needed to pick up a gang box for an electrical outlet that I have been putting in at the new house, as well as a square of drywall to repair where I've had to cut into the wall because I needed to run a new wire.
This is impressive. This is, you know, I don't want to say man stuff in the gender normative way, but I don't have any of these skills. I know what you're talking about. I know the little box you're getting.
Yeah.
I understand what drywall is. In fact, there's a part of my bathroom I kind of wish I had the ability to replace myself because I think there's a little bit of moisture, and I'm trying to get my landlord to fix that before black mold sets in and kills me. But
Well, I mean, you kind of said that, you know, maybe you'll be out of there before it kills you. So, you know, silver linings.
You're right. You're right. Ain't no black mold in my car. Ethan, I love this. I love this approach. So how do you how do you even go about replacing drywall? How do you replace a square? Do you set it in there and just tape it in there?
So I am going to be cutting out the square of this that I need, the size that I need.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to cut into it the hole for the outlet. I'll put it in place. I've got some drywall, like patching tape, and then I've got the putty stuff.
So you putty. So you cut,
Yeah.
you insert, you tape, you putty, and you paint. Is that it? Is that all it is?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of. That's how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I know an actual drywaller would probably do it much better, but this is what I'm doing.
The other day, I sold my last giant Lego set, and I had to pack it up to go. It took hours, like 2 hours, and I had like a conniption fit. Like I kind of lost my shit because I couldn't get the packing tape right. I don't think this is a job for me, Ethan, but it's nice to know that you got these skills.
Well, if you think that was interesting, I have been doing the entire, I took off this entire week to do home projects. So I have run ductwork. Yeah, I've run ductwork. I have fixed an issue with the furnace that somebody just installed but did it wrong. I today was running a new wire because the house that I am living in now, that we've just purchased, some of the wiring is pre-1950s and doesn't have a ground.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to plug in my TV when there's no ground. And so here goes a wire. I've been doing all sorts of stuff.
I should fly out to my house. I think my house was built in 1920 and moved to Burbank in 1944. I question some of the wiring we have here. I think it's Franklin Delano Roosevelt era wiring.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's been my week. But
that's a good week.
As far as Silly Saturday goes. So I wanted to ask you about something candy related. So we have just kind of entered my favorite time of year when it comes to candy. We go October to February, where candy is just a part of everything. Like there's, like from October to February, like every major holiday has, candy, like just as a part of it. Yeah. And with, specifically with Reese's peanut butter cups, all of the holiday variations come in. You get the pumpkins, you get the bells at Christmas, and like Santas that are like, Easter bunny size. You get the Easter bunnies themselves, the Reester bunny, like the hearts, like all of those different things. Do you have a favorite holiday variation of a candy?
Well, first of all, you've made me think of something, and this might be a controversial statement. We'll see what other people think here. I actually you jogged my brain here, Ethan. I think Christmas candy is higher on my list than Halloween candy, just in general. I like the color schemes. I like the Christmas colors. I like Cadbury eggs, so they give me immediate toothaches. But in terms of variation, yeah, yeah. I think like a peppermint, anything kind of peppermint, but like a frozen yogurt that's like Christmassy peppermint type. I like frozen yogurt and ice cream a lot. So any kind of if it feels like I'm putting a candy cane in my mouth, that's what I like. But oddly enough, I don't love candy canes. I like the taste. I don't like a sticky long thing in my mouth. Giggity.
Yeah. What about so you don't like the candy cane. What about like those candy like peppermint pillows? You know the ones I'm talking about, like the kind of I don't even know how to describe them.
Yeah. Peppermint pillows. Yes. I'm looking them up here just to make sure we're thinking the same thing. Yeah. Oh no, I literally just stumbled onto like Etsy and peppermint pillows. But yes, I like that's better than a candy cane for me. Just popping something in the mouth. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Eggnog, big fan of eggnog. I love a good nog.
I know they make candy canes of that same like type. They're not like the hard candy. Mm-hmm. It's the whatever. I like those best. I think.
The little chalky peppermints thing.
Yeah.
And Reese's puts out a Christmas tree candy. Like I said, I'm a big fan of eggnog. When the eggnog flavorings roll out, that's like my one time a year. I'll go to Starbucks and get an eggnog latte, eggnog flavored ice cream, eggnog with Jack Daniels as Cal wants. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. I'm with you. It's a good candy run. This is just the kickoff. Not disparaging Halloween candy. We've been talking about it a lot here this month. But it's the kickoff. I'm in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Well, cool.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I had.
Love it.
So you have a good rest of your evening. And
thank you.
Hope everybody else does as well.
Yeah, and be careful with those projects. Be careful with those wires, Ethan.
Don't worry. I turned off the breaker. There's no power. We're good.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. All right. Thanks, Ethan. Bye-bye. We got, Tully said wedding mints. Yeah. I'm really bad at wedding tables. I'll take all the food. If you're not looking, I'll eat all the bread rolls and any candy they put down on there. I love mints. Mandalorian Jedi agrees. Eggnog Frappuccino for the win. We've got important things to talk about tonight. This is what I love. Anka's saying, what is that? And drop, of course. Don't know the English name. Don't know that. Someone find the equivalent here. Eggnog with Southern comfort. J&B is a fan of York peppermint patties. I just like peppermint. It's a fun little party in my mouth, and everyone's invited. Simpsons reference, much like my hat. All right. We've got about 20 minutes left in the show. You guys are great. I am going to try to watch first pitch of the World Series and get ready for my comedy show, but love hanging out with you. On Monday's show, we should be, I confirmed tonight because he's hosting the show I'm at tonight, we are going to have a guest pop in for the debut of the segment called A Cool Thing About. Comedian Greg Benefit's going to be on the show. Greg has a cool little wrinkle in his resume that I love, and he's going to be the first guest. So Monday. And then Advice Monday, I want some of the most important, poignant, and dumbest questions. Also, I got a Blathering mailbag coming out next week. I just could not film anything this week. It was one of those weeks. Different kind of Blathering mailbags, a little bit kind of a deeper probing giggity, where Advice Mondays, Wiley Todd started us off last week. Can't wait to get to that. So if you got any questions for me, let's get to it. We're going to turn it into Love Line, but with better hosts, and it doesn't always have to be as thirsty. But speaking of thirsty, King Sport Cal is here, a lifelong man of thirst. King Sport Cal, how you doing, buddy? You're muted. You're so thirsty, you're muted.
My bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my bad. Hear me?
Okay. What's on? What's up? You're here?
No. I did want to say something about Swingers. Coincidentally, it's like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. I watched Swingers again. I popped it in, I do too try to watch it once a year. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
As you recall,
Yeah.
that's how I end up learning swing dancing with a friend of mine was because of
right.
that movie. Yeah,
That's
I
right.
love
we
that
didn't
movie.
we didn't talk to Ethan about a swing dancing. When's the last time you gone swing dancing, Cal?
Swing dancing on purpose, a long time. But impromptu swing dancing, just because I know how to do it and impress somebody, was not too
So,
long ago. What?
so walk me through this. Are you at a wedding reception and
No,
some
no, no, no. This is just showing a lady that I had some moves. This is actually on a break. This is actually on a break at work. We were outside smoking cigarettes,
Okay.
and she was talking about going to the club and she couldn't dance and all this stuff. And I took her through a few steps.
In the parking lot?
Well, we have a little dedicated smoke shack for our.
Inside the smoke shack. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a think of a bigger gazebo.
Okay,
you know
that's got to be okay. I'm glad there's some wind coming through there. That's a wonderful thing.
She was impressed. It's all right.
Okay, so you were like, hold on. Let me walk you. She was like, I'm going clubbing. And you're like, I can swing dance. And she was like, what? And then you did it?
Yeah, then I took her by the hand and showed her a few basic moves. And of swing dancing. Yeah. And then she ended up telling everybody that I could swing dance, which not everybody needs to know that. But anyway.
Well, you were talking about it on a worldwide broadcast here as the Blathering continues to grow. And you were subsequently fired by HR for dancing with someone on duty.
No,
right?
of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
Hey, I know the HR lady too very well. So no,
I don't like the way you said that. I don't trust the way you said that at all, Cal. I don't trust the way you said that at all. I've taken the HR lady to see Coldplay. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know, Cal.
I would never do that. That was the dumbest move ever. Anyway, y'all covered that whole thing very well. But actually, Ken, this ties into what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
The way with work, I made an accomplishment at work, Ken.
Oh, good.
I'm going to show you this. I know nobody else can see it, but I'm going to show you this. And what that is I'm a certified forklift operator now.
Oh, that's the shit. Job.
Yes, which means I get to do a little bit less, and I get to sit down when I do it. But
this is the American dream. You've living the American dream.
But it took me years to get there.
What's involved with getting your forklift license?
Well, I had to go through a test, which is moving pallets around. Pallets,
oh, yeah.
Moving, going way up high to stack pallets correctly, being able to remove a pallet, take it down, and travel while you have a load to be able to see what's around you, making people aware that you're coming through with the horn.
Yeah.
There's a process.
I believe it. Because look, Cal, this is great. And this is an accomplishment because also it can open up other employment for you. Because I'm looking for work myself this year. You see some jobs that are like, must be forklift operator approved. So this is upward mobility for you. But also, there's those videos of like one forklift driver taking down an entire warehouse by accident because he put something up there wrong. This can be dangerous. So there's a little bit of tension and adrenaline coursing through your veins. You got a little hat on, you got a little beeping light on top of you. This is good stuff. Cal, can we get video footage of you doing this?
Well, unfortunately, Ken, like with most manufacturing, I don't know how these TikTokers and whoever it is do it. We're not allowed to film inside of the warehouse because it would divulge our secrets to competitors.
What if you hear me out? What if you were to take one of the forklifts out to the smoke break gazebo and film it out there?
That's not even possible. Actually, there is another one in the back that might be possible to do, but that's an area that I do not of the warehouse.
What's the highest thing in your training? What's the highest level that you put something up with some pallets? How many feet?
I can't even tell you. I mean, like at least 20. I'm not at a warehouse where I'm at a different type of warehouse where it's not a storage warehouse. Well, it is a storage. All a warehouse has storage. But what I'm saying is I need to move pallets a lot around. I need to move material around. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing probably
Okay.
about, I'd say the most I would have to
Mm.
move something or get something down would be like 30 feet, maybe,
Okay.
or maybe a
Okay.
little bit more.
You're
But
not.
it
You're
is
not. Okay.
tricky. It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
you
Look.
have to be able to time it, and you have to have your forward motion in the
Hmm.
correct spot, or you're going to puncture some material or anything.
Yeah.
You damage it. You know what I'm saying? It's very
And
tricky.
yeah, I do know what you're saying. It sounds like you are also at a military grade warehouse that if you puncture something, we might blow up. Like there's could be something going
Well,
on, like a nuke
no,
went off in
no,
Tennessee.
no. If I punctured something, what would happen would be a loss of material, and I would have to clean up a mess. But yeah, it's nothing like that. It's nothing hazardous.
You don't have to. Oh, it is okay. You don't have to tell me where you work,
No.
but I was going to see. Do you have like gloves and a
I've,
mask
I've told you,
on?
I've told you where I worked before. I worked at a place that makes vinyl fences.
Okay.
And we make the
I didn't.
vinyl fences.
Hold. I didn't remember that I had
I know.
Oreo cookies 2 weeks ago. Addie had to remind me. I don't remember what warehouse you work at. By the
Yeah,
way.
what I'm saying is there's a lot of plastics and stuff that goes involved into
Okay.
making those fences. And to do
Anka's
that,
okay. I'm cutting you off because I want to. You're not alone. Anka's husband has a forklift certificate too, so you can. There's
yeah.
jobs for you overseas too.
Yeah. Well, one
Okay.
thing you mentioned though, Ken, is
Yeah. What's
it
the
does
question?
open me. No, it doesn't. Well, I have the question, but one thing you mentioned is that it does open me up to other opportunities
Yeah.
because I am forklift certified now.
Okay.
So I can prove that. But anyway, so if I do get a wild hair up my ass, I could be like, I can look for other employment. But what the question was there anything in your field or previous fields that was an accomplishment that you felt like that you was working on that you accomplished? I don't know if,
In terms of certifications,
well, not just certifications, just anything, or it could be a certification. Did you have to get some kind of clearance for certain things that's in security that you had to work on?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
there's the normal first aid, CPR, fire extinguisher certified, blah blah blah. But that's boring. It's fun. Putting out fires is fun. But I think I'm baton certified for an ASP baton. So I went through that, but that's not an accomplishment. That was just a fun Saturday. I think of the old job in terms of accomplishments outside of any effect I had on employees, and most of it might have been negative, but I think some people like me. It was I authored some emergency response plans, if there's an earthquake or a large scale disaster. You pull out the manual, and I was one of the people that helped put that together for a couple locations, and I like that. That's about keeping people safe, right? It was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. So I'll say that's an accomplishment. You know what? Actually, I was the first non-police officer to be the security director at the Northridge Fashion Center. After about 20 plus years or so, I was the first to get the nod without prior peace officer experience.
Well, that is impressive. I think you said something about that before. I'll tell you, I don't even know. I have like 2 or 3 fire extinguishers in this house, and we have a ton, of course, at the factory. And I don't think anybody there, including myself, knows how to use them properly. I really don't.
Holy
I think,
shit, Cal.
yeah,
Holy
I'm still.
shit. What are you talking about?
Besides management,
Besides management, when are they going to come
Yeah.
running the fires first?
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to be there when the fire breaks out. So that is very important.
Okay, mark this down. Write this down.
All right.
Pull the pin. Aim about 6 to maybe 3 feet in front of the fire. Don't aim at the fire. You aim close to it so it pushes across the fire. At the fire is not going to control it as much. That's all you got to remember.
Well, I could gather that from the stuff that is on the fire extinguisher itself. But that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else who is not me, who I work with, is going to be able to do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm concerned about that.
You know what you should do? You should hire me to come train everybody.
You know what? You know what would be great? If you talk about the escape plans, if you could you got to draft him, if you could have got to make the video. You know what I mean? The training video. I did
make training videos. I did. My security company hired me off hours to come in and do. I was like the video training guy, and I got recognized in Cal. I got recognized in the Kingsport Mall I was walking around with my then girlfriend, and one of the security officers comes up to me and goes, do I know you? And I was like, no, I'm just visiting. He goes, wait a minute. Yeah, you're in the Andrews International training video. And that was the first time I kind of got recognized for being on camera, Cal.
That's amazing. You was at the Fort Henry. You said Kingsport Mall. You probably meant the Fort Henry Mall in Kingsport. That's amazing.
Yep.
I had to watch a video similar to that for the forklift training, and you know what I mean. So that's just hilarious. I
do know
love
what you
that.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. That's amazing.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. All right, come back when you succeed in putting pallets on the 10th floor or whatever.
All right, I'll see you, man. I'll talk to you later. All
right, Kingsport Cal. James Holmes says, wait, Ken has a certificate in beating up folks with the baton. May have sure I do, except for it was in defense, James. Oh, wait, Cal. No, wait, Cal, get back in here. Cal, we have an important question. James Holmes paid good English money to say, ask Cal about a sandwich shop dispute, please. Cal.
Oh, the sandwich shop dispute. Okay, I went in there. Let's see. It's October now. That was the August, but I waited one more week to make it official month because it happens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I went in there in the morning, one morning, and the guy's wife was there. Okay. And he wasn't there. And I didn't ask for a biscuit, but I did go look to see if they still carried the PBRs that I had. And yes, they still had it, and it was still fully stocked from the last. It looked exactly the same from the last time I got some, and that was a month prior to that.
Okay.
Now I haven't been in there again. I have been in there again, but I haven't been in there again when he's working because they've hired a couple other people. Both ladies I know because both ladies have worked at different convenience stores around this area. So,
there's a convenience store circuit. Okay, love it.
Yes, there is. That truly is. But so they work there, and he's not there all the time. So I usually just go in and talk to them and see them. I haven't seen that guy physically since that day since that morning that he refused to make when he refused to make my sandwich. And the ladies there know, and they know that I come. So I'm sure it's gotten back to him at this point.
Yeah. That's what I was going to get. Do they know that you were boycotting this convenience store over a biscuit dispute, and now are they telling that guy, Cal's back, but he doesn't want to talk to you? Is this going to get worse?
No, it's not going to get worse because I won't have to see the guy. I just won't go when he's there. But they know that both of them ladies know, not the owner's wife, but both of the ladies that work there know that I stopped going because they're like, where you been? You see what I'm saying? And I've told them why I stopped. I stopped going. And I was like,
you announced your boycott. Okay. So
yeah,
you were like, I'm not coming here on account of a biscuit dispute. What did they say? What did they say to that?
Well, one of them thought it was ridiculous, and then the other one, who I'm more friends with, understood it. She's like, "Well, he should have made it the way you wanted to make it." I was like, "I know." And
split
he's
decision.
Like, yeah, it was a split decision. And like I said, I haven't said anything to the wife. She's always nice. When she's there, I'll go in because she's always been nice to me. And I've asked her to make me a sandwich a specific way before this, prior to that whole thing, and she's done it.
Okay.
Yeah. He is the only one that refused, and he wanted to be smart about it. So that's why I stopped going. But
you're back, baby.
I'm back. But just not when he's around, and I know that he knows it. And
how do you know his shift? Do you see it? Do you see him in the window?
Because of his car. He's the owner because of his car. If his car is there, I'm not going in. Well, I know his car. I know the two ladies that work there, and I know his wife's car. They don't use the same car. So if his car is there, then I'm not going in.
Okay, this is an effective boycott. You might put them out of business. We're seeing Target lay off 1,800 corporate level employees because of the boycott being effective. This could happen. You might not even get any biscuits.
Well, no, I have an alternative place to get biscuits. That's the reason why I boycotted in the first place, because I can go get biscuits somewhere else, and he knows that.
So you are returning to this convenience store to out of spite to show them that you don't need them anymore.
No. I returned. The only reason I returned to that convenience store is because they carried my Pat light beer. The other convenience store I visit, I have regular PBR. And
that Walmart Superstore doesn't have like a case of this.
Food City does, but it's slightly costs cost more, and
It
I have to
costs more.
drive. I have to drive to get it, which I can go to this store in less than a
Okay.
minute. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying?
I
It
do
takes me
see what
15
you're saying.
minutes to get
Yeah.
to 36.
This is
I can
great.
get there.
Yeah, this is wonderful. All right.
But you know,
Asked, answered. Thank you, Cal. What's that? What's that? What's your final point?
no, I'm just saying. But rest assured, I hadn't been going there, and I told them ladies that I've been going there because I see they're there more often, so I can
Okay.
stop in
Look,
and get my beer. You know what I'm saying? And
you tell. I do know what you're saying. Tully is in your corner. Says Cal, I completely understand and endorse the need to stand on business regarding biscuits. You're in good hands. You're in good company. All right. Thank you for the update, Cal. Please update us when you have a confrontation with the owner.
I will.
All right. There you go. Kingsport Cal for president. I'd vote for him, says James Helm from another country where he doesn't have to live under his rule. Super chat coming in from Plume, who loved that story. He wants more of it. All right. We got a call. First pitch is soon. God, can you imagine if you're Brady right now? Imagine if you're Brady hunkering down in front of whatever TV he's watching this game on, just nervous. Just nervously eating snacks, just going, oh, dear God in heaven, please don't let those Blue Jays do that again. I got to imagine he's so nervous. Sean, check it out. Sean, the Mets on in the World Series.
Yeah, just another year, man.
Just another year. Welcome to life as a Miami Dolphin fan. What's up, Sean? What do you got on this silly Saturday for me?
So about your super chat goal there.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were going to answer it, and I'm very excited for it. So can you just tell me how far away is it?
How far away is it? Oh, tremendously far.
Okay.
It is open for interpretation.
All right. Yeah. All right. No, I like myself a good Sam and Frodo story.
Yeah. It almost sounded like you said you like a good salmon Frodo story, as if there's a fish floating around named Frodo. And now I want that. Now I want that crossover.
I love it, man. We got to get a pop-up going on.
Pop-up and serve some. How good are you cooking fish, Sean?
Melanie's actually pretty dope at salmon.
Okay.
I'm a fillet of flounder kind of guy. Some linguine and red clam sauce.
I take this in a good way, because there's some of my favorite things. I could envision you being a food truck guy.
It's some work, man.
You got a food truck vibe guy, just passing out joy via food from a four-wheeled vehicle.
Yeah, if I could channel my inner, John Favreau, I would probably go that route.
Yeah. Cook some of your, some of your sauces, some of your pizzas, some of this salmon Frodo. Maybe you could do a Lord of the Rings truck. You
know what? That would be fun, man. There is that Lord of the Rings cookbook out there.
There is. Oh, I have a couple nerd cookbooks. I love that. That's wonderful. Well, I know I'm not answering your question because the ed is up for interpretation, but
yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Good. How do you all handle trick or treating out there in the city?
Oh, wow.
I know you're not the city. You're the other area. How does trick or treat
we're
on the East Coast?
Good old Queens. Nah, listen, man, block by block. Okay. No, it's fun here on Halloween, and it's just a plethora of kids going out, enjoying themselves. Some of the knuckleheads, if they're throwing eggs, they'll throw eggs at each other.
That just sounds like a normal New York thing. I know you're not in Long Island you're Queens. It's not Long Island. But do you ever take the kids out to some of the haunted houses in Long Island? Did you go to the Conjuring House and stuff?
No, man. The neighborhood does pretty good. Well, Melanie, where did you go? You can tell me. Okay, what are you giggling about?
I've been to one since they stopped doing Forest of Fear.
Okay. Melanie hasn't.
And Kira doesn't go to the ones in Long Island after she told the one guy he sounded like Perry the Platypus and he wasn't scary.
Perry the Platypus.
He wasn't scary. Okay. All right. Love it. Okay. Get out there. Go out to the Conjuring House. Take Johnny M from Long Island with you. All right.
The Amityville House. That'd be another one to go see.
Yeah, I think I'm saying Conjuring House, but I think I mean the Amityville House. I think that's it. They're all the same to me. Perry the Platypus. See, 898 for him is so nervous about the Dodger game. He's concentrated on other things that don't matter to him right now. He's so nervous about this game. Sean, I'm going to go watch this game. I appreciate you, buddy. Make some salmon and share it with the team, okay?
Yeah, man. Have fun, everybody. Much love.
Much love indeed. Thank you. Super chat coming in from UW fan Jim. My after school team won. Yeah. All you after school sports fans. All you after school sports fans. All could becoming a channel member. We appreciate that. If you're a channel member, you get to call into the show. And on Monday, we'll be opening up the phone lines for Advice Monday. First guest coming in for the new segment, A Cool Thing About. Greg Benevent, comedian extraordinaire, is going to come in to share something really cool that he accomplished years ago. Brady says, oh, shut up. That's fair. I'm just ribbing you. I'm just hacking on you, Brady. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for the generous super chats. Thanks for being here on Silly Saturday. We love hanging out. The rum and chocolate has hit me. I'm going to go prepare for a comedy show. We'll see you all. I'm going to lose my fantasy team this week. 0-8. Bye.